Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you do here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, gotta be careful where I'm stepping. I'm at the Blue Ridge Parkway, just right off the parkway. It's right here. And it's funny because I realized I have not been to this spot since I was doing National Parks on the Air. I used to come here all the time. In fact, right here is where I'd park because my daughters went to classes at a school that's just like right adjacent to this part of the parkway. And so I used to come here a lot during National Parks on the Air and do activations. And yeah, it's kind of interesting to be back again. I don't have a whole lot of time to do an activation today. Now, yes, that is probably on the bingo card. I've just dropped off a daughter at an appointment. I've got probably about 50 minutes or so. But I'm going to use a radio that I have already basically sold. I'm going to take my Venus SW-3B, which is a wonderful little 3-band CW-only QRP radio, and I'm going to take it for like its final activation with me. And I hope I don't regret selling it, but I am selling it. And the only reason why is I've got so many other radios. I've just kind of... I was looking at some to pare down, and one of my readers here actually, or subscribers actually said, "Hey Thomas, would you consider selling me your SW-3B?" And I thought, you know, that's a good one to let go of, and then knowing it's going to a good home, why not do that? So anyway, let's get a line in a tree, and I started looking here for the right tree to use. This is a little different. I mean, it's been almost 9 years or something since I've been to this particular spot. So of course the trees and everything's a little different, but I like to stay a little low profile here. I see a lot of things flying around. I also don't want to get a million ticks on me, and I forgot to spray myself before I came out here. So I'm gonna have to like really look myself over. I really need to probably get something in that tree. Let's go deeper in the woods, and I don't really want to do that. I want to stay here close to the edge of the road. It's not easy to walk over here to get a line up into this tree. Of course, I could probably just shoot it straight up. Oh, well, we'll just figure it out. I'm sure I can figure out something here. Why don't we set this up so you can see what I do? And by the way, I'm using what I really love, which is essentially a fully self-contained POTA station, all in this backpack, and it weighs like nothing. Because I'm using the SW-3B, it's not a heavy backpack at all. And so, yeah, let's put this down and take a look. By the way, you may notice if the camera is on me at all. So here's my seat I'll be using. And this makes me think that maybe actually I will shoot a line from the car over to this side here, and maybe sit over here and face the car. Yeah, there's probably something I can latch onto right there. So I'll give that a go. I've got a 40-meter infrared half wave today, not knowing what conditions are like, because conditions have been so poor. Let's go ahead and maybe I'll go ahead and grab the antenna as well, so I can go ahead and put that up. And as for the antenna, I'm using my KM4 CFT 30-meter infrared half wave with a 40-meter extension that covers 5 bands. So it'll cover all the bands that the 3-band SW-3B does. So let's go ahead and get this going here. Oh, maybe I didn't finish telling you what I was going to tell you, but if you notice that I've got a bit of a black eye, it's because I do. It wasn't from a fight or anything that cruel. It was from a door, believe it or not, on a car. Smacked me in the face really hard. Boy, this is tight. This is gonna be really tight. I'm trying to decide where I can sit to get. I almost need to be back here, but there's like no room to launch the line. It's also kind of tightened together here, so we'll just have to do our best. Here we go. Good. I think maybe I got enough of a branch there. It's hard to see. Boy, that is not on a very big branch, but this is a pretty lightweight antenna. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. By that I mean, it's a really small branch. It's like the end of a branch that it grabbed, but I think this antenna is lightweight enough that it may survive this. If it doesn't, it'll just come all crashing down here on me in the middle of the activation or something. So let's hope for the best, right? We'll plan for the worst, but hope for the best. Okay. So the first thing I'll do is just string up the end of the line here. Now, this is a forest floor. When you deploy an antenna on a forest floor, you have usually some more challenges than you would like on grass or something. And one of them is that the antenna will want to grab everything around. So I try to get rid of some brush and stuff, but it'll want to grab everything, this antenna wire will, because I'm going to stretch out the wire a bit. It'll want to grab little sticks and everything, okay? I just checked and my extension is in here. So yeah, if you see me at ham benching, you'll see my shiner pretty well on my eye. It's not as bad as it could have been, I guess, but whew, I saw stars when that thing hit me, so here we go. What it was I took my car in for like routine maintenance at the dealership. They gave me a loaner because they needed it for a while. And the loaner is not the same model as my car, but almost. It almost felt like my car. And I think just like muscle memory or whatever for, okay, please hang on to the end of that branch. I think muscle memory or whatever it is that helps you with grabbing the handle of your car and of your car door. Okay, am I seeing this go up okay? Yeah, it's hard to see that line. Almost impossible for me to see that line. Boy, this would be a great antenna. I want to overpull it. Here we go. Okay, please don't let the end of that come down on me. There we go. This is good. This is good. This will be a nice... May end up putting the weight on the end of this to hold it down a bit, but this will be a nice inverted V. So what I do is put the weight on the end of here. I know you can't see any of this probably. And where did my antenna go? It's so hard to see. All of this. I'm probably staring right at it right now. Did I walk around it? Where did it go? Wow, that stuff is so stealthy. I honestly can't see it. I can't see the end of the line here. I don't think it fell down, did it? Ah, here it is. It was right next to me. This, you can't even see this. It's so insanely stealthy. Okay, so I will set that there. Let's go ahead and grab the line here, my cable assembly. We'll get that set up now. Important note is when you're using an end-fed half wave, if you've got inline ferrites like I do on this ABR cable, you want them to be at your radio, not at the antenna feed point, because you're really using the maximum amount of your line here as counterpoise for your antenna, because it's part of the antenna system. Now, what I'm going to do is to spread this out into a little bit more of an inverted V shape. I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to do that. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to reconfigure this so that it's not coiled up or anything, but I kind of want to be in the shade as well, so just so more ticks can get to me, right? This is the worst time of year, it's spring right now. This is what, May 6th. And this is typically when we have the most amount of ticks out. So I am going to be watching for them, especially little deer ticks. I'll be paying attention to that as I'm doing my activation. Okay, got that. Now let's set up everything. First thing I'm going to do is set up my chair, because I'll be using my chair along with my knee board to hold it. What I like about this is this doesn't require any infrastructure from the park at all. It's just me. I've got my own chair, I've got my own table, all in my backpack. I love that. It gives you so much flexibility when you're looking for a site. Everybody should have a way that they can do their entire activation without needing a picnic table or any other structure around them, because you're going to find days when you're going to go out and say it's busy in the park and there's just no free picnic table or something, and that is what this is made for. You get your own place here. Now let's see. Hopefully I can get all this set up properly. Here we go. Looking forward to using the SW-3B. I love the radio. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I've got now, so many other radios like it. I've got 2 Mountain Topper MTR-3Bs. I've got two MTR-3Bs, 1 MTR-5B, and then I have the new MTR-3B that's the QRT model. And I don't need any more radios this size, so why not? Why not just sell it and let somebody else enjoy that radio? These are a good affordable option. I think Venus still sells these. These are a great affordable option. If you're looking for a radio that won't break the bank and you're a CW operator, it's excellent. Let's hope this is the right power cable. I think it is. Yep. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Did I mention it's also allergy season here? Whew. Okay, don't do it. Let's push this through and see if I can use this shock cord on the other side to hold the radio down a little bit. This is kind of set up for, I think, my KX3 or something. Gotta make sure it's not hitting any buttons. Here we go. Come on, get in there. This little shock cord will just help give it a bit more stability in case I have to hop up or something like that. Yeah, just make sure it doesn't hit anything here. This will work just fine. There we go. I think I'm going to use my KM4 CFT paddle as well today. Why not? Let's get on proper glasses now. Whoops. Okay, I think I'm good now. Sorry, that may be a little loud. I was repositioning something and it ended up turning off my camera, so I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to reposition my mic so it wouldn't be in the way. The one thing, I think these mics are genius, but the one thing that they don't do well is think about how people might clip them on and how they grab the mic when they do clip it on. Because basically, it's super easy to hit one of the buttons on it, which is what I just did. Excuse me. Oh, let's go ahead and plug in the antenna. And we need a battery. I'm just going to put the battery off to the side here. This cable's long enough to do that. I'm using a 13.8 volt, well, a lithium iron phosphate battery. It'll use something much smaller. Excuse me. Now, I use a Write in the Rain pen with my Write in the Rain pad. I think that's all I need from this pack. This is where I'm finding out if I brought everything with me. I need to add some audio gear to this now because I'm going to use earphones. And I've got an inline microphone that I want to use this time for audio. So I'll have to turn off the camera in order to set this up because I need to do some timing stuff here. So plug this into the mic, plug that into the phone jack, and you'll get a lot better audio out of the radio so you can really hear what it sounds like. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, I'm back, and I forgot about one thing about this radio, and that is I can't adjust its side tone volume. And that means it has a very loud side tone volume when you're using earphones. Now, I could always turn that down in a different way, you know, if I wasn't doing a recording, but I can't really do anything right now. So it is what it is. And we'll start on a new page here, I think. Another thing I noticed as I just tuned around very quickly is that there's like almost no stations on the air right now, which tells me that we're having bad solar conditions again. So I may be sitting here for a while, trying to make contacts. Excuse me. This is all the pollen that's causing my coughing, by the way. SW-3B. Sorry. I'm probably going to hack my way through this whole thing. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 1,700 hours. I haven't heard anybody here. As I said, I'm sorry that I know that's a really loud side tone. Not a lot I can do about it. I'm gonna grab my phone while I can too. First of all, I'll take a picture, but also it sounded like somebody a little off frequency there. Yeah, that's off frequency. Get into my phone here real quick and look at the POTA spots. That way I can kind of see what's happening. Excuse me. Ah, it spotted me. Probably gonna try to do some fancy stuff to equalize the sound a bit. We got a path into Washington. That's good. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I hear you. QSB. Okay, there we go. KB0. think it was FL. Gotcha. Just trying to get the ants off here. Okay, boy, they're faint. Oh, they came up a little bit. That was the worst I think I've done on my dit. Okay, let's see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, I will take that. 13 in 12 minutes. Excellent. I have to cut it short. I've got to go pick up my daughter here. This all happened so quickly, but oh, let me take a photo before I forget. It's probably going to put it on the wrong frequency, and it did. It was on like 50. Okay, I'll just take a picture like this. I want to make sure I get pictures of my logs and everything. Here we go. Oh, whoops. The one weird thing about the SW-3B is when you turn it off and turn it on, first of all, it's like it forgets where you were, so it starts back on 14060, which is in memory mode. So if you start turning it around, it's actually using memory here. And what you have to do, first of all, is press this to move it back into VFO mode. Now it's going to change it in like 0.1 megahertz chunks, which you don't want either. So you press the encoder down, and then you can move it around a little bit. And I think I was on like 58.5 or something. I can't remember, but I will try to put it back on the frequency I was. Actually, you know what? I can find out what I was on. I was on 59.5. So let me go back up here, 59.5, because I can look on my photos that I had taken already. Okay, here we go. Let's take some photos here real quick. Take a photo of this and a little photo of my SW-3B, which I'll be saying goodbye to here before long. But that's okay. That is fine. It's going to a good home, I'm sure. There we go. I think I've got enough photos. Now it's time to pack up, which doesn't take too long with a radio like this. So first of all, I'm going to put my key in here. I can't remember who it was ages ago that told me about these retractable lines, but man, I love these. They make everything so easy. Okay, so let's put the battery back up in its case. Or not in the case, but in the pack here that I have. This is a Tombin HLT2, which is a great little pack. Okay, what else did I have in there besides my radio? So the radio comes out, undo this. Yeah, that was a fun activation. So the band conditions were okay. It was unstable, but it was very workable. 3 days ago, my buddy Eric was driving to the coast. I'll be seeing him next week at Hamvention. He was driving to the coast, doing some activations along the way, and buddy, I'm telling you, he struggled to get one of his days of activations because the conditions were so really badly in the dumps. I think it took him 90 minutes to get 10 stations, maybe even longer than that. So it was a little nuts for him. And let's grab the recorder, which is falling down on the ground, probably being played with by the ants. Turn this off. People ask me about this all the time. This is just a little Sony thing I picked up. What is it, a Sony? ICD PX312. I picked this up at a thrift store. Bought it for like 20 bucks, I think, or less. I can't remember. It's our local thrift store. Works great. It's probably more than 10 years old, I'm sure. There are probably better options on the market. I like these, though, because they're slim. So they're easy to fit in a pack. They don't turn on easily. They also don't, they're not difficult to harm in transit or turn on in transit. I had a Zoom H1N Plus, or H1N maybe, which I really liked, actually. It's a really good, I still have it, I think. It's a really good recorder, but it is awfully easy to trigger in the field when I'm holding it. To like turn it on, turn it off, all that stuff. So I kind of like something that's a little harder to do that. Okay, let's open this guy up all the way so I can really see in here. And there's an ant in here. Let's get him out. Come on, buddy. You want to get out of there? 2 ants. It's impossible when you're on like the forest floor to not get ants. Okay, got one of them out. The other one come out. I'd rather not take you with me, buddy, but okay. Put this in here. Love my knee board. It means I can set up a table wherever I want to. I love that part of it. It fits really nicely here in my backpack too. What I have to assume is kind of like a laptop case part or something. Okay, let's get this down. Okay, take this off. Okay. I'll just roll this out. You can't tell here. You can probably hear some of the traffic, but man, it's in a trafficy part of Asheville. I'm right off of the junction of the Blue Ridge Parkway and US 25, Hendersonville Road, which is a very, very, very busy road, almost all day long. My daughter is learning to drive. I didn't quite get them started as early as most here in the States. You can start driving at 15 with a permit and even get your license by 16. But she and her sister were just a little bit late on that due to a lot of things. But she's doing a great job. But man, this is a road to learn on, let me tell you. It's as bad as any like major city traffic in terms of the volume of cars on it and the chances you have to take hopping out on the road and all that. I love, love, love this chair. This will be going with me to Hamvention because I don't know the parks I'm going to be stopping at along the way. Eric does. And I don't know if all of them have picnic tables. In fact, if they do have picnic tables, I may not use one because I don't want to be set up right against Eric. Oh, I got to remind him to bring some bandpass filters this year. Remember to do that. So, having this little chair and this knee board for all my small radios at least means that I can set up wherever I want to. And that is really handy. Also, I'm going to be doing some other activations, I think, with other people. So having that flexibility really comes in handy. Okay, this kind of got up in this holly here. What I need to do is drop this down to the ground. And now undo the weight on the ground over here. Man, I can just feel the pollen in the air today. It is really bad. And this is the little winder that, did I do it this way before? I can't remember. Maybe it was this way. That Jonathan includes, yeah, I do it like this, I think. Jonathan includes with his antenna, I believe. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe, I don't know, I think he does. Anyway, he has a print file for it, I'm sure, somewhere. He very kindly when he provided me with one of these kits 2 years ago or something. He provided me with this little winder. This may be a K6ARK winder, now that I think about it. Hope to be seeing Adam next week too at Hamvention and 4 days in May. A lot of my friends there I like seeing. And of course, probably by the time you're watching this, Hamvention's over or happening or something. I'm way behind on my videos, so I'll be catching up time-wise with my videos. Whereas, meaning that the time that I recorded the video and the time that I'm actually publishing it will be very close together, because I had almost a 4 week period, if it wouldn't have been for one activation, that I wasn't able to do POTA. That's how busy I've been. That's busy for me, but we just had other priorities and other things going on. And then when I have had openings, I just haven't felt like going out because I've had so much going on. I just wanted a break from having to head out anywhere. I just want to stay at home and just chill or something. So that's okay. This is really good radiotherapy for me. In fact, my wife kind of said today as I was heading out, she said, "You fitting in some radiotherapy?" And I said, "Yes, I plan to do that." This makes for a really compact little antenna. There we go. That'll hold that guy together. I'll stick it in my pocket for right now, and we'll put this up. This will take me a second because I did get quite a bit of the line out for this, more than I really needed out. Let's see here. Let's bundle this up by doing a figure 8. What time is it? Yep, it's about time for me to get going. I was tempted to go down to 40 meters just to do it, but I knew this would be short today. Had I been using, say, like my KX2 with a random wire antenna that's really short, or my MC750, something that I can deploy really quickly, I would have had a little bit more time on the air, but it's also kind of fun throwing wire antennas up in trees. And wire antennas at the end of the day are the antenna I use more than anything else. Doesn't matter what kind of wire antenna, I just enjoy putting them up. I have to really check myself carefully for ticks. What I usually do this time of year, in fact, I've been wanting to make a post about this, is I treat my field clothes. You'll notice a lot of times I'm wearing the same thing when I go to the field, and that's because I kind of keep field clothes that I just put on when I go out and do things like this, and I treat them with a product called permethrin. And permethrin is not something you want on your skin, but it's a really effective deterrent for ticks, mosquitoes, all those nasty things. It'll keep them away from you very effectively. But you soak your clothes in them, and then you let them dry and wait like, I don't know, 12 hours or something before you wear them. And it's effective. If you use permethrin, you hardly need to use anything else. But you don't want to put it directly on your skin. It's not something you want on your skin at all. So, here we go. And, whoops, drop that. And I'm pretty much done. I got to pack up my camera now. That's it. Easy enough. All fits in here very nicely. And I'll put my antenna up in this pouch at the top. There we go. Okay. With that, I'm going to say au revoir, adios, and hit the road. Try to get a little bit more done today. Maybe even prepare this video to publish. Maybe I'll try to publish this while I'm at Hamvention, which is just, I'm literally leaving next week this time. By this time next week, I'll be in Athens, Ohio, probably activating a park. And it'll be a very, very, very full week for me. If you're writing me or commenting or anything during that time, I probably am not going to see it until sometime after I'm back. because I have very little free time during Hamvention. It's just all 4 days in May, Hamvention, seeing a lot of people, having a good time, and I'll be absolutely exhausted when it's over. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope if you go to Hamvention, you'll look me up. If you're seeing this video after Hamvention, then look for me next year as well. I'm also going to Ham Exposition in August in Boston, in the Boston area. And if you're there, look me up. I won't be going to Huntsville this year because Ham Exposition's the week after that. And in fact, I think Huntsville's happening on the week that my daughters start school at university. So we'll be busy getting them moved in and stuff. So anyway, thank you so much for coming along today. Thank you to my Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters. I really appreciate it. But more than anything else, thank you for being here on this planet. It's a better place because you are in it. Take care. And until next time, 7 twos.